Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High Schools. We're here again for baseball for BWP. This time it's the JV squad taking on the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. As you can see on the scoreboard, you're here for the pregame show. Pregame show brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the area teams on to victory. So, the varsity club got a win last night against West Central here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We are back tonight for JV. A couple weeks ago now, I guess it was, the JV squad, or the varsity squad, got a win over Monmouth-Roseville in walk-off fashion. They were down by a run going into the bottom of the seventh inning and walked off the game-winning run to get the win. JV squad has lost a few games thanks to rain and so on, and rain on a varsity night moved a varsity game to a JV night, which means JV lost that game as well. So that's one of the things about outdoor sports, especially baseball. You'll see some JV squad games get postponed, canceled, moved, or otherwise rearranged. And it's going to be time for pitch number one on the mound for the Sparklones here today. Dalton Huffman. He's going to be the hurler for the Sparklones. Behind the plate will be Grant Roush. First baseman will be Ezra Mason, actually, today. Stepping to the plate for the first at-bat of the game will be Tyler Jones. He is the shortstop for the Titans. They are 5-1 on the season. Actually, 4-1, excuse me. First pitch lined to center field, and it's caught out there by Keith Hoyle for out number one. One pitch, one out for Dalton Huffman. Now stepping to the plate for the Titans is Zach Almagauer. First pitch is a strike on a foul ball. 0-1's count. Both teams batting 9. A little curveball comes in just a smidge high. It's going to be 1-1's account. That curveball's high as well. It's popped up into foul territory. Mason's there, Huffman's there. They run into each other, but Huffman makes the catch for out number 2. Stepping to the plate now will be Ty Corsero. He is the third baseman. Almagauer is the catcher. I didn't mention that for the Titans. Here's a curveball. Comes in a little high. Ball 1. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning for Dalton Huffman on the mound for the Sparklones. That's another nice little curve ball, maybe a breaking ball that's going to fall in for a swing and a miss strike. It would have been a strike whether he swung at it or not. Just a little ahead of it. That one didn't break. It stays high and inside. Ball 2, 2-1's the count. Get 2 up, 2 down so far here in inning number 1 for Monmouth-Roseville. Top of the first inning. That ball is called a strike. Down at the bottom of the strike zone, evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Corsero, the third baseman for the Titans. That's a swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Count will remain 2-2. As Coach Bland brings a couple more baseballs out to the umpire. One has already been sent to the mound. Grant Roush, the catcher for the Sparklones again, as I said. There's a pitch and a strikeout for Huffman. And that'll be out number 3 for the Titans. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. At the end of one half inning, it's still 0-0. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Back here, BPC High School. On the mound for the Titans for the first time is Jake Steele. He'll wear number 3. Again, the catcher is Zach Almagar. First 3 batters for the Sparklones here in the bottom of the first inning. Nate Kramer, he's playing shortstop today. Dalton Huffman, a pitcher. And John Reynolds, who was playing third base today, will be your first 3 batters for the Sparklones. A cleanup hitter, if they get that far, will be Grant Roush, the catcher. They'll go down through the order. Andrew Cameron playing second base will bat 5th. 6th will be Hudson Garbett, the left fielder. 7th will be Drew Powell, the right fielder. 8th will be Ezra Mason, the first baseman, and Keith Hoyle, the center fielder, will bat 9th. Wind is blowing in here today, right into what would normally be the concession stand, but in COVID times, there's not a concession stand here right now. So, wish I would have wore the sweatshirt today. We got these new TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH sweatshirts and T-shirts and polos. Wish I would have worn my sweatshirt instead of the polo today. It's a little chilly out here, but we'll survive, I would imagine. So Nate Kramer's going to step to the plate, batting from the left side, throws right, bats left, pitch on the way. That's going to be lined right up the middle, right to the shortstop for out number 1. And just like the inning for the Sparklones, it's 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Is now stepping to the plate will be the pitcher, Dalton Huffman. The shortstop is Tyler Jones, who had that first pitch out as well at the top of the inning last time. So it's a swing and a miss by Huffman. 0-1's the count. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. That ball's low and outside. 1-1's the count. Dalton Huffman is the batter. Low, ball 2, brings the count to 2-1. That one's low as well. Huffman ahead 3-1 in the count here as Steele trying to find the strike zone after throwing 2 strikes in his first 2 pitches. And that'll be a walk. That'll bring John Reynolds to the plate. He'll wear number 19, playing third base. So he's got a shoe malfunction, namely it needs to be tied or stuck under the flap. So here we go. Steele's first delivery with a runner on base from the stretch. Reynolds swing at an inside pitch. Strike 1. 0-1's the count. It's getting Huffman on first base. First base runner of the game for either team. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Steele on the mound for the Titans. Looks, delivers. Ball's inside. Huffman's going. Ball's thrown wide, high, and out of play. And Huffman's going to advance to third. On the throwing error by the catcher. And that'll put a runner in scoring position for Reynolds, who took that last pitch high and inside for a ball. 1-1's the count. Runner on third now for the Sparklones. That ball's high as well, as Steele has looked at the mound on numerous pitches, even his first few warm-up pitches. He didn't like his footing on the mound here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. BWP doesn't seem to have any problems. They haven't really had any complaints from any other pitchers, but Steele has not liked the feel of the mound here so far today. And he's down 3-1 again here to John Reynolds, trying to put the runners on the corners here with one down. Of course, Steele trying to prevent that. Here's a pitch. It's low and inside. A good job of blocking that to keep it from getting past, but it's a walk nonetheless. They'll put runners on the corners with one down, and that brings Grant Roush. To the plate. The cleanup hitter and the catcher. Runners on the corners, one down here in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody scored yet. So one down, two on, one out. And a throw to first to check Reynolds. He gets back. Wasn't a real hard throw or a real fast move, but it's just a little bit of something to keep him honest over there. Not a real big lead for Reynolds either. That ball's in the dirt as well. Another great block by the catcher, Zach Almagauer. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I apologize, folks, if I'm not. But that is a ball. Makes count 1-0. Steele's delivery. It's outside. 6 straight balls now. 10 of the last 11 pitches have been balls for Steele. Runners on the corners, one down. The cleanup hitter at the plate for the Sparklones. That ball's outside as well. Well, that was 4 pitches. Apparently, it's another walk. I must have missed a pitch there, folks. I apologize. Andrew Cameron coming to the plate now. Playing second base today here for the Sparklones. Bases are chock full of BWP base runners. That pitch is right up the. It's going to get down. It's going to get. Falls in front of the left fielder. It's going to be a single. And 2 runs are going to score. First hit of the game. Now have base runners on first and second. Garbett at the plate, swing and a miss. Strike one. 1 out, 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position for the left fielder, Hudson Garbett. That ball's low. So Huffman and Reynolds scored on that last play. Grant is at second base. Cameron at first. That ball gets past the catcher. And the runners advance to second and third. 2 runners in scoring position now as another ball. I believe it's 2-1. Hudson Garbett at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position now. The ball's in the dirt as well, and another block chest protector is getting a workout today. It's 3-1 here for Garbett, as we do have first base open. Drew Powell will be on deck. That ball is low. Walks him and loads the bases one more time. Drew Powell stepping to the plate. Titans are going to take a timeout. You're watching and listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by Old School Auto Body. Visit Garrick Mason at Old School Auto Body in Blandonsville for quality work in a timely manner. He'll make sure your job is done right. Old School Auto Body does collision repair, vintage restoration, and spray-in truck bed liners. Give them a call at 309-333-4356 for all of your repair and restoration needs. And back to the play we go here as Drew Powell takes strike one. Oh, and 1's the count. That ball is low. Evens count at 1 apiece. 2 runs have scored. Bases are loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning for the Sparklones. Steele still on the rubber for the Titans as they got the corners in a little bit. Play will be at home. Another nice job of blocking a ball in the dirt. Amagauer doing a fantastic job behind the plate thus far. Steele struggling with some short pitches, and I think only one has even got past him. So that ball is a little high that time. 3-1's the count. Drew Powell at the plate looking to advance some base runners here. He's up in the count, 3-1. Steele's delivery. That's a strike. Full count. Base hit, ball 4, the old saying here for Drew Powell. Steele's delivery, that's a good one, and it's a swing. It's by him, but nobody can advance because the bases are loaded. Well, maybe he fouled it. I guess he foul-tipped it. So he gets another at-bat, another swing here. I didn't realize he hit it. I couldn't hear it with the headset on and the wind blowing. And that's just going to be a called strike for out number 2. Checking the batter's box now will be the first baseman, Ezra Mason. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Ball inside. Puts Mason ahead in the count, 1-0. Puts that one in play. It's a pop-up center field. Wind is blowing. It is caught for the out. So 3 left on base for the Sparklones. 1 hit plates 2 runs, and at the end of 1 complete, it is 2-0 BWP over Monmouth-Roseville. We'll be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. This game being brought to you by Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect you. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And Yetter Farm Equipment. Yetter Farm Equipment in Colchester is an industry leader with a tradition of solutions since 1930 and wishes the Cyclones and Sparklones great success during the fall sports season. And again here in the spring season, which, as everybody knows, is all ran together here in 2021. So it is a 2-0 game at the end of one complete as the Titans come back to the plate. They went 3 up, 3 down in their half of the first inning. First batter will be Leo Mahoney, followed by Tyler Finicum and Jake Steele. Those will be your 3 batters here in the top of the second inning. Once again, entering top of the second here. 2-0's the score. BWP with the lead. Mahoney, the cleanup hitter, coming to the plate now for the Titans. First pitch from Huffman. Bounces just about a foot in front of the plate. It'll be a ball. Grant blocked that one by necessity, not by choice. It just hopped right up into him. Here's Huffman's next dealing. That's going to be high for ball 2. 2-0's the count. A fly to center, a pop to the pitcher, and a strikeout ended the first inning. It's going to be a 3-0 count now on the cleanup hitter, Leo Mahoney. That pitch is high and outside, and that'll walk and give the Titans their first base runner of the game. Stepping to the plate now will be Tyler Finicum, the first baseman. Jake Steele on deck. Huffman's delivery. It's going to be put into play. Goes down to right field line. That's going to be foul, and it'll drop innocently enough into foul territory, but it'll be strike 1 on the number 5 hitter, Tyler Finicum. That was Drew Powell over there giving chase. Couldn't quite get to it, though. Here's the next pitch by Huffman. That's going to be high. Evens the count at 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2 is the count. On the outside corner for Huffman. Finicum now down and behind in the count. 1-2. Puts that one in play. Fair ball right down the third base line. It's going to be held to a single. As 2 base runners are on now for the Titans. And stepping to the plate, the pitcher, number 3, Jake Steele. Nobody out, 2 on. Titans are at the plate here in the top of the second inning. They trail by 2. Steele with the pitcher, a chance to get his team back into it right here. There's a ball outside and low, ball 1. Put into play, popped high. Grant found it late, but he catches it. Got way up in the air. He did not react at all to begin with. But he saw Huffman coming in and was able to find it late and get the out. So out number 1 is Steele. Number 7 hitter, Bryson Hall at the plate. First pitch is a strike. 1 down here. The ball's in the dirt. He's going. A chance to get him at third base. Throw is there. but this throw was on the wrong side of the bag. It was there in time, but couldn't get the throw to the right side of the bag. And John Reynolds tried to get the tag around, wasn't able to do it. It is a ball, evens the count at 1 apiece. And that time a foul ball makes it 1-2. Both runners advanced, so that puts two runners in scoring position now. First base is open for Bryson Hall. That ball's in foul territory as well, popped out of play. And it will be 1-2 still, with one down, two in scoring position for the second baseman, Bryson Hall. There's a strike. And a strikeout as he catches him looking for out number 2. Number 8 hitter, Tanner Rico, coming to the plate. He is the left fielder. 2 down, 2 on. Swing and a miss. And another changeup is a strike. 0-2 is the count. It's an off-speed pitch at least. Not sure if it was really a changeup, but definitely off-speed. Huffman now for the strikeout. It's going to be put into play. It's going to drop in right center field. It does. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Powell struggles to find it. Does hold Rico to a single, but he scores 2 runs. Ties the score at 2. I apologize. I had to score on the wrong team there. Didn't realize it until I just went to put those up. So it's 2-2 now. And the number 9 hitter at the plate is the designated hitter, Lucas McVeigh. A swing and a miss. Yeah, I must have foul tipped it actually. But it's a strike either way. 0-1's the count. Still 2 down, 1 on. Score is tied at 2 now here in the top of the second inning. There's a swing and a miss as well. 0-2's the count. Lucas McVeigh, the designated hitter, swings and misses on 3 straight pitches, and that'll end the inning, but not before the damage is done. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 left at the end of 1.5. The score is 2-2. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our number 1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop. Because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Here in just a second, you'll see Coach Steve Martin wander his way into the screen, I do believe. So he'll find his way to coach first base. Steele back to the mound for the Titans. There comes Coach Martin walking across there. Keith Hoyle will be the leadoff hitter. He's batting 9th here. Ball's inside. Hoyle puts that one in play from the left side. It's dropped in right field. That goes down in the book as an error, but I'll tell you what, folks, if you've ever been to Bushnell Prairie City High School, at this time of the day, trying to catch a fly ball in right field is not an easy thing to do, and that will put a runner on first base with nobody out. For the top of the order, Nate Kramer. Ball. Throw it first, and it goes way over the first baseman's head. Hoyle will advance to second. He might go to third. They're going to hold him there, though, on a throwing error by the pitcher. Nobody out. Nate Kramer at the plate, the left-hander. See if he can advance the runner or get a base hit here. He's up in the count 1-0. That ball's inside. Ball 2. Kramer puts one in play. It's popped up to the right side. It's trouble for the right fielder again, and it's going to fall. He lost it again in the sun. Hoyle had to hold up, but he will make it to third base. I'm going to call that a single for Kramer. Something's wrong with third base, it looks like. The base not sitting far enough with the post on the bottom, not sitting in far enough, so they're going to dig the base out, or dig the post out. Runners on the corners now here for BWP. Nobody out here, top of the, or bottom of the second inning. Dalton Huffman, who walked in his first at bat and later scored, is at the plate and doing a little diamond work down at third base. Keith takes his spot on the bag now, and we'll get ready to go here. And you hear him say, bring the corners in. Going to try and prevent the run from scoring here in the bottom of the second inning. So right to the edge of the grass comes the Titans third baseman. Here comes the pitch. First to Huffman. It's low and blocks another one. 1-0 is the count. Huffman waits on that one, pops that one up in the air as well. It's short center field. It's going to fall. Little Texas League single there, scores a run. And leaves runners on first and second. Now stepping to the plate will be John Reynolds. He walked in and scored in his last at bat. Reynolds puts that one down the third base line, just barely foul. I say barely foul. Looked really close from here, but being as how my angle is where it is, it probably wasn't as close as it looked. So strike one on the number 3 hitter, John Reynolds. He's batting with nobody out and 2 on here in the bottom of the second inning. Kramer's on first base. Kramer's on second base. Huffman's on first base, excuse me. That ball was low. 1-1's a count. Ball's in the dirt. I'll tell you what, this catcher for the Titans has been blocking everything. He is outstanding behind the plate. It's another ball, but, man, can he keep stuff in front of him. Quick feet, gets down, keeps the ball in front of him. Outstanding job for the Titans here behind the plate so far today. Reynolds again to third base. I'll touch three, throw to first, and a double play. So a 5-3 double play leaves a runner at second base with 2 outs. Huffman's at second. That'll bring Grant Roush to the plate. He's going to hit a dribbler to third base. Third baseman fields it, throws it, and gets there in time by just about 1 step. And that'll end the inning. So what looked to be a big threat with 2 on, nobody out, ends in 2 batters with a double play and a 6-3 or a 5-3 put out solo as well. And at the end of 2 complete, it's 3-2 BWP here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. We'll be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Here as we've went through 2 complete now. It's 3-2 BWP with the lead over Monmouth-Roseville. Pretty good catching going on behind the plate for both teams, but especially for the Titans. They've had ample opportunity to get some pass balls, but haven't let any through. And just as I say that, Grant lets one slide through. Yeah. Have another voice on the other headset now. Coach Dave Arnold is joining us for a few minutes here. He's got done with varsity practice. And I know when I used to coach with you, this is a chance to kind of sit back and watch what you got coming down the pipe a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, got a lot of young kids, so it's hard to see them sometimes. Usually we play these varsity JV games, and, after the varsity games, I'm just exhausted and ready to go home, and so it's nice to kind of see a nice full game with the JVs for a change.
Yeah, they haven't had a whole lot of opportunity for that. Stepping to the plate will be the number 1 hitter, Tyler Jones, for the Titans after they scored 2 in the second inning to tie it. They're now down by 1 again, 3-2 as we enter the top of the 3rd inning. Huffman still on the mound. He delivers there a strike. Well, Coach, it's a few names we've seen have to play a little bit of varsity that are out here playing today, but most of the names are names that we haven't really got to see much of as that ball goes outside. Ball 2. It's good that these kids get a chance to play, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. We've got a lot of sophomores playing on at the varsity level, but we've got some younger kids that haven't played any varsity ball, so it's good for them to come out and get an opportunity to do what they do. We're kind of shorthanded today. We've got a couple kids that are sick, so we were kind of down in numbers. So we brought some of the guys that's been playing varsity. We've brought them down to get us some action here in the JV game tonight.
Yeah, Ezra Mason's playing today. We've seen him pretty regularly on the playing center field for you a lot, throwing a little bit at the varsity level, but he's playing a different position today. I know you're a guy that baseball, left-handed guys are supposed to play certain positions. He's playing first base today, which is a natural position for a lefty.
Right. He does a great job in the outfield. He's been playing center field just about every inning all year and been our leadoff man. He's been struggling a little bit lately, but hopefully he can get some at-bats here today and get things turned around in the right direction so we can stick him right back there at the top of the order for the varsity.
He's got some speed too, doesn't he?
He does. He's got some deceiving speed. He's a nice player. He can really go get it in the outfield, and he's had a little spell here where he hasn't been hitting, but he'll turn it around.
The bunt is going to be, ooh. I don't know if that was out or safe. It was. I almost said you could have called that a tie almost.
It works for us.
It works for BWP, so you'll take it. It's a sacrifice bunt nonetheless, and it advances the runner to second base, but do have one out now here in the top of the third inning. I didn't even say that was Amagar, the catcher, who bunted there. Now up to the plate is Ty Corsero. That Titans catcher's been good today. Have you been over to watch him at all?
I haven't really seen a whole lot. We've been out there practicing, so I just came in for that. I don't know. I probably saw about 4 batters in that last half inning.
I've been impressed with him. He has not let much get past him.
I did see him block one ball. He looked really nice.
He's that chest protector's getting a workout. Let's just put it that way. That one bounces in front of the plate and then off the mask of Grant Roush, and it's going to be a wild pitch and advance the runner to third base. And timeout called on a ball that ended up getting to Ezra Mason there. So these kids haven't got a chance to. I mean, it's good to see them play, but they've had some games that were supposed to be that didn't turn out, and you had to cancel one because of rain as a strike.
Well, a lot of these kids are West Prairie kids, and they went through that big quarantine period. So we had to cancel some games early, and we were just shorthanded and everything else. So I think this is only maybe the third JV game we've had all year.
Inside walks the batter, puts the runners on the corners now for the cleanup hitter.
But we're still in good shape, though, because, I've talked to some varsity teams that's only played 4 or 5 games. So that team we played last night, West Central, that was only their 5th game. I know Illini West has only played 5, so we're way ahead. So for the JVs to only play in their 3rd game, which we're right on track with some varsity teams, I guess.
I talked to the coaches here for the Titans. They've only played 5 coming into the night. So it's not like any of the JV teams have really played a ton of baseball.
Right.
You had your first road game last Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
So there's a strike call. You're playing so many home games this year. And I know that one of the things I heard is because of bus availability and whatever. And then I talked to some coaches, I'd rather play on the road as ball inside, fake throw to second.
No, we've just had we just can't find bus drivers over here. I mean, so anybody out there that can drive a bus, please apply, because we could use your assistance right now, because we just can't. We got a game canceled on this Wednesday. Tomorrow we were supposed to play United, but they had to make up a conference game. They wanted to play us tonight, but we told them that there's no way we could get there. So,
well, it kind of, in some ways, I guess it works out in your favor. There's a walk. It loads the bases. It works out in your favor a little bit because you get to play a lot of home games, but that also makes a lot of work too.
Exactly.
A lot of coaches I'd rather play on the road because I don't have to get the gym ready. I don't have to get the field ready. I don't have to do all the other stuff. But you've put a ton of work into this field through the years with the grass infield, and I know you take a lot of pride in this place, so I don't think you really mind playing at home, do you?
Well, I don't mind playing at home, but it is nice to have a little break and play on the road. I mean, you know how it is. You were out there. You put in this grass infield with us, so it's a lot of work. And you put in the work, and you got a nice looking facility, and it's something that the kids can be proud of.
Yeah, and I know that different than when I first started coaching with you, teams don't mind coming here to play anymore either, do
No, it used to be pretty bumpy out there. It was time for a new infield. It was definitely it had seen better days, and we got it done. And in my opinion, it's one of the top 3 or 4 in the area right now. So.
I know that you still mow the infield with the push mower.
Yeah, just I mowed it during my prep period yesterday.
That ball's hit down the left field line. It's going to go into foul territory, and it'll fall for a strike. 1-1's the count here on the number 5 hitter. That's Tyler Finicum.
When we get done here, I'm going to go work on that bullpen down there. The home bullpen's been a mess for a couple of years, so I'm going to try to get it straightened out finally.
I did notice that you put some stone down in the visitors' bullpen to try and some landscaping stone to try and get rid of the wood that was there for years.
The home one's the same way, but it's a little cockeyed and crooked, so I need to get a shovel out there and get it flattened out.
1-2's the count, and there's a pop fly into left field, and the wind is treacherous out there. It's going to be a foul ball. It's caught. Runner's going to tag from third, and he'll go in standing up. So a foul out results in a tagged runner scoring to tie the score here in the top of the third inning, 3-3. And there's 2 down as the number 6 hitter, the pitcher, Jake Steele. Is that a sac fly?
That is a sac fly.
I didn't know if that was actually what you call it. And it is an RBI. I knew it was an RBI. I just didn't know if it was called a sac fly or not. Strike 1. That's one of the things I tell people as we coached together, I knew you loved baseball and liked baseball and knew a lot about baseball, but the amount of stuff that the history of baseball is something that you take a lot of pride in too.
Oh yeah, I study baseball all the time and the history, the whole works, man. I've just been fascinated by it since I was little, and just kind of been eating it up ever since.
1-2's the count here on Steele. A chance to get out of the inning for Huffman, and we'll go into the bottom of the third if that's the case. Tied again. So we went into the bottom of every inning tied, and Huffman can't get to that one. Second baseman to first. Oh. Well, that's out number 3.
It works.
You might have been able to hear the Monmouth-Roseville crowd beside us with that. You can tell it's really close when the entire crowd does a gasp at the exact same time. We could have yelled jinx on everybody over there. So that's how the top of the third is going to end. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. I stopped that ad a little short. I apologize. Game brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. And Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And Hensley Grain. Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans and Sparklones in 2021, and enjoy your shortened athletic campaigns. And Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope. That's just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for all of your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow our Facebook page for daily updates. Currently taking orders for whole and half freezer meat. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. So BWP comes back here, and they are tied once again as we've come back to Andrew Cameron, the second baseman, at the plate. Bottom of the third inning, that ball's in the dirt. nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. That's a swing and a miss. Unofficially 2-1's the count on Cameron. That's a good pitch right down the tube. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. 3-3-3 here in the third inning. That's another nice pitch. Steele falls off the mound but gets the strikeout as Cameron goes down looking for out number 1. Hudson Garbutt coming to the plate now, the left fielder. Steele still on the rubber for the Titans. Right down the middle. He's found the strike zone a little bit now. He's got an 0-1 count on Garbutt. And right at the bottom of the strike zone that time. 0-2 is the count. The Titans went 3 and out. 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. They've scored 2 and then 1. And a strikeout swinging that time for Garbutt. 2 down and nobody on here as Drew Powell steps to the plate. They scored 2 runs, 1 run. BWP scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second to tie it at 3 at the end of 2. There's a ball inside. 1-0's the count. Titans trying to head into this fourth inning with a brand new start to the ball game here. As Steele's dealing here in, and he's going to plunk Powell though. And you can hear one of the Sparklones players say, "Don't rub it." Ezra Mason stepping to the plate now. He flew out to center field in his first at bat. 2 out, 1 on for Mason. Runner on first. That ball's way outside. Ball 1. I've talked a lot about this catcher for the Titans, but he is doing a fantastic job. Foul tip, swing, strike 1. Went right to the catcher's mitt. 1-1's the count. Ball at the top of the strike zone. 1-2's the count. Runner on first, 2 down here is Mason. Trying to get in the hit column here. That ball was in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Powell still at first base after getting hit by a pitch. That ball's outside. Full count. He'll be going on the pitch. 2 outs, forced situation. Mason facing the payoff pitch from Steele here. Back, trying to catch Powell. Trying to catch Powell taking an early jump. It wasn't the prettiest of slides back, but he got back. First baseman wasn't really covering anyway. He was 2 feet or 3 feet in front of the bag. Mason's look here. That'll be strike 3. So we'll go to the top of the fourth inning, knotted at 3 apiece. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
Helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Top of the fourth inning. 3-3 is the score. Game being brought to you by the Princess Shop. Princess Shop is your local one-stop home for women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Stop in Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 1520 East Jackson Street in Macomb. That's the Princess Shop. And Tom Conklin State Farm. Talk to Daphne or Evan today at Tom Conklin State Farm in Macomb for surprisingly great rates. Call them at 309-837-1200 or stop and see them at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. And the first pitch is put into play. And it's going to be popped out to second base. That was Bryson Hall. Now up to plate, number 8 hitter, Tanner Rico. He puts that one in play, left field. It's going to go over the left fielder's head, and it's going to go maybe all the way to the fence. Just shy of the fence. It's going to be a stand-up double, it would appear, for Tanner Rico. 2 pitches, 2 balls put in play. Runner on second now. And that'll put Lucas McVeigh, the cleanup hitter, or the designated hitter, excuse me, at the plate. Ball's fouled back, out of play. Strike one. He struck out in his first at bat. Rico has a single and a double now. That ball's in the dirt. Rico's going to advance. Rogers throws down there in time. He's out. Oh. Holy cannoli. Well, he gets the stolen base. That ball's put in play. And a run's going to score that shouldn't have been there, folks. I'm not going to lie on that one. That really wasn't even close. A single, though, nonetheless, for McVeigh. Run scores. And the Titans take a 4-3 lead here in the top of the fourth inning. It's a ball. Another ball. Leadoff hitter Tyler Jones at the plate. Ball's put into play. It's going to be foul territory. Mason gives chase. He gets there for out number 2. Now the catcher coming to the plate, Zach Amagauer. Ball's popped up, out of play, down the first baseline. That'll be strike one. Ball high. Evens count at 1-1. A little bit of car alarm action going off there. You might have been able to hear. That's a foul ball. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. The Titans have taken the lead for the first time, 4-3. What has proved to be a pretty good ball game so far here in JV action. Ball's put into play to short. Going to go to second for the force out, and that will be the end of the inning. Into the half inning, excuse me, with the Titans up for the first time, 4-3 here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. The Sparklones coming to the plate right after this word from MDH.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Game being brought to you by United Community Bank. United Community Bank's services are designed to keep you in the game when you are on the go. With online and mobile banking that's nothing but net to friendly services you can count on from the leader of community banking, choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Visit a location near you with branches in Bushnell, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is a member FDIC. And Beck Pest Control. Don't let the varmints and creepy crawlies get the best of you. Contact Beck Pest Control in Colchester. Beck Pest Control can let you sleep easy when the lights are out, knowing you have no uninvited guests running around. Contact them at 309-313-5521. That's Beck Pest Control. Get the bugs out. At Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking, they can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. Second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. So, Keith Hoyle, who reached on an error and scored in the second inning, is stepping to the plate now. 0 for 1 on the day, but has scored a run. Tries to get things started for BWP here as they trail by 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. That ball way inside, and to the screen it goes. Ball 1. Keith Hoyle at the plate. That ball's inside as well. 2-0's the count. Steele still on the mound. Both starting pitchers are into the 4th inning. Huffman finished the 4th. Steele looking to do the same here for the Titans. That's a swing and a foul ball. Strike 1. A little bit ahead of that ball. He just barely got the end of the bat on it. Fouled it back. Top of the order with Nate Kramer coming up next for the Sparklones. It's a pitch, another one inside and low. Brings the count to 3-1. Strike 2, full count. 3-2 is the count. Money pitch coming for Steele here, trying to get the inning started off right. Hoyle's trying to get the inning started off right for his team. Walker, a base hit, would do that. Here's the pitch. That ball is low and in the dirt. Walks Hoyle. And that'll bring the top of the order, Nate Kramer, to the plate. He lined to short and singled in his 2 at-bats. He's 1 for 2 on the day. gets back on the throw to first. Pitch outside, and Kramer let that bat drop in pretty quickly. That's the kind of deal that the right umpire will give you a swing on that. Even though we all know he wasn't really swinging at it. He dropped the ball and brought the bat through the zone pretty quickly. He's going to put that one in play to second base. This has got a chance of a double play, and it's going to be an error, and it's not going to be any out at all. E4. And runners will be on first and second for the number 2 hitter, Dalton Huffman, who is also the pitcher. Hoyle at second base, Kramer at first base, and Huffman at the plate. Sparklones have 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They trail by 1, 4-3. Huffman puts that in play. Shortstop can't quite get there. Hoyle's going to round third, head for home. Throws coming to the plate, not a play there, and Hoyle's going to score. An RBI for Huffman on the single. And we'll still have runners at first and second. Stepping to the plate now will be John Reynolds. He's walked and hit into a double play, a 5 unassisted 3 double play. Hit it right to third base. And there's a strike on pitch number 1. 0-1's the count. And you can hear that wind. The fact that anybody's getting anything close to the fence here is amazing because that wind is blowing pretty hard today. And Reynolds is going to hit that foul down the first baseline off the handle. 0-2's the count. It's about 3 feet wide of first base. 1 out here. Or nobody out, excuse me. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. And a line to the shortstop, and Kramer gets picked off at second base. Forgot to put the run up. So that's a double play again. Two outs, runner on first is Huffman now. Grant Roush is a batter. 0-1's the count. Ball's in the dirt. 1-1. Ball 2. Go blue from the Titans crowd. I don't know if they're yelling at the umpires or the team. That's a strike. 2-2's the count. Steele trying to get out of the inning, knotted at 1 or at 4 apiece. BWP led after 1. Titans tied it in the second. BWP led after 2. Titans tied it in the third. There's a foul ball staying alive. 2-2 is still the count. Titans tied it in the third. BWP couldn't score. Came to the 4th. Titans taking the lead. Now the Sparklones have tied it back up in the bottom of the 4th. This has been a very competitive, fun game to watch here between these two JV squads. Swing and a miss, and Steele gets the strikeout of the catcher, Grant Roush, and that will end the inning. So at the end of 4 complete, we're knotted at 4 apiece. We'll enter the fifth, just like we're starting all over again. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital. More than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. This game being brought to you by Farmers Merchant State Bank. For over 100 years, Farmers Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street in Bushnell, or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member of FDIC, an equal housing lender. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the county and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see them at 481 West Main Street in Bushnell. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at mbfurnitureinc.com. You can call them at 309-772-2111. There's a ball to open the top of the fifth inning. Huffman is still on the mound. Ball's going to get out of play. A strike. Number 3 hitter, Ty Crucero, at the plate. Where's number 5? He is the third baseman. It's a ball. 2-1's the count. Crucero gets hit by the pitch. That'll put a runner on first base with nobody out for the Titans. And it'll bring the cleanup hitter, Leo Mahoney, to the plate. He has 2 walks and a run scored here in the ball game. 4-4, top of the fifth. 1 on, nobody out for the Titans. Ball in foul territory is a strike. Strike 2. Mahoney at the plate, the cleanup hitter. 2 walks on the day. He's behind 0-2 in this one, though. That was high. 1-2 is the count. Foul tip is caught by the catcher for out number 1 on the strikeout for the cleanup hitter Mahoney. Now stepping to the plate, the number 5 hitter Tyler Finicum. One down, 1 on. Strike 1. It's still Huffman on the mound for the Sparklones. Finicum goes up after that one. It's into right field. It's going to be fair. It drops in fair territory. Rounding second, heading for third. And he'll be there. We'll have runners on the corners after the single by Finicum. That's Crucero who took the extra base on the single. And that'll bring the number 6 hitter, the pitcher, Jake Steele, to the plate. He popped to second and grounded to third in his 2 at-bats. Has not reached base as of yet. Ball, 1-0's the count. Runners on the corners once again. 1 out. Runners going. Ball's way outside. It'll go all the way to the fence. And 1 run will score. Runner advanced to second. He would have had it anyway, but on the pass ball, or excuse me, the wild pitch. Jake Steele still at the plate. Three and 0 is the count. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 5th. There's a strike. Huffman looks back at the runner, deals. That gets past a walk, and the runner advances to third on the wild pitch. Steele rounds first, and it's going to hold up there. So once again, back to runners on the corners with 1 out as Steele reaches for the first time. The number 7 hitter, Bryson Hall, to the plate now. And that pitch is way high. Steele was going anyway, and he wanted to take third, didn't do it, but the run will score on the wild pitch. Rico scores. And it's 6-4. There's another ball. That's another one, hits in front of the plate. Steele rounds hard, again looking, but comes back. Another wild pitch. It's 3-0 now. And we're right back to runners on the corners. Coach Bland going to come out and talk to Huffman. I would not be surprised to see a pitching change of some sort here. We'll see who he puts on the mound if that is the case. Reynolds is going to be the new pitcher. Kramer will go to third. Huffman will go to short. And John Reynolds will be on the mound for the Sparklones. They trail by 2 now. 6-4 with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. This game being brought to you by Square Music Company. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit their Quincy location, 725 North Hampshire Street, or find them online at squaremusic.com. And the McDonough Telephone Cooperative. All of our in-school West Prairie game streams here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, are made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. And Reynolds is ready. Again, we have runners on the corners after the walk. Tanner Rico at the plate. Puts it in play right back to second. That's going to be a hard play to get to, and they're not going to be able to get it done. That was a very slow roller that Reynolds couldn't get off the mound to get. Second baseman made an effort to come grab it, just could not get there. I'd say that's a hit as Cameron tried to make something happen, just couldn't do it. We'll call it an infield single. Another run will score. 3 runs have scored here in the top half of the 5th inning, and that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out. Reynolds throws strike 1. Swing and a miss for the designated hitter, Lucas McVeigh. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Runners on first and second. 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. So we had a little bit of another run is scored since we were away. It's 8-4, or 9-4, excuse me. Popped to the catcher. Catch it for out number 2. That was the number 2 hitter, Zach Amagauer. That's out 2. Stepping to the plate now will be Ty Casero, who was hit by a pitch to start the inning and scored the first run. While we were having some internet connectivity issues, Tyler Jones hit a single that scored a run, and a ball hits the plate, and the runners will advance to second and third with 2 out. Crucero, who was hit by a pitch in his first at bat of this inning. His team has scored 5 runs. They have 2 outs and 2 on for the 10th batter of the inning. He puts that one into play to first base. And Ezra Mason can't catch it, but he does field it and tags Crucero at first base for the 3rd out. And it comes to a close, but a big inning for the Titans. They lead after 4.5, 9-4 here at Bushnell Prairie City High School over the Sparklins. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Game brought to you by Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center Branch of Raritan State Bank, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit a bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck. Spark Loans, Bushnell Banking Center, is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. So Steele comes back to the mound one more time, just as Huffman did. Huffman was unable to get out of the fifth inning for the Spark Loans. We'll see if the Spark Loans can return the favor to Steele here, as he's come to life a little bit in the last couple innings. He has the number 5 hitter, Andrew Cameron, at the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth for the Spark Loans. It's a strike one. 0-1's the count. 9-4, bottom of the fifth. And Cameron reaches out to foul that one off. 0-2's the count. That one's in the dirt. And he gets a tag on him finally after 2 attempts. And I don't know if he actually got him the second time either, but they called it a tag. It's an out nonetheless. As Cameron tried to do a little dipsy-do switcheroo to try and get by without the tag. Came close, but it is an out nonetheless. One down here in the bottom of the fifth. Stepping to the plate now will be Hudson Garbett. That ball's outside, ball one. In the dirt, ball 2. 2-0's the count for Garbett, the left fielder. Outside and low, ball 3. 3-0's the count. So after a strikeout on 3 pitches to Cameron, it's 3 straight balls to Garbett for Steele here. That's in the dirt, off the chest protector again, and a ball 4. Puts a runner on first base with 1 out for the Spark Loans. Drew Powell stepping to the plate now. Powell is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and being hit by the pitch. Fouls that one back into the screen. 0-1. Steele working at the rubber a little bit, trying to get a little dirt in there so he's not pitching out of a hole, it looks like. A little clay, I should say, in this instance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So after 4 straight balls to walk Garbett, he's come back with 2 straight strikes to get an 0-2 count on Drew Powell. And he gets him looking, strike 3 for out number 2. I bring Ezra Mason to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out to center field and a strikeout looking in his last at bat. 9-4 still the score. 2 outs, 1 on. That ball's inside, ball 1. Garbett at first base. Mason's pitch is a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Steele takes a look at Garbett. Deals. Mason puts that in play. It's over the right fielder's head, I think. Does he get there? He drops it. There's a long run. Garbutt's going to go to third. Mason will go in with a double. We'll call it a hit. That was a pretty good run for the right fielder. Runners at second and third for Keith Hoyle. Hoyle has reached on an error and walked. He's scored twice here in this game. He's got 2 of the 4 runs for the Sparklones. Huffman and Reynolds were the other 2 Sparklones to score. But he's got 2 ducks on a pond here as he's faced with 2 outs. Steele still under rubber for the Titans, and a swing and a miss. 0-1. Puts that one in play right to the first baseman. He'll get it unassisted, and that'll end the inning. This threat is diverted for the Titans. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And the bottom of the 5th, at the end of 5 complete, it is 9-4. Titans with the lead. We'll be back for the 6th inning here at Bushnell Prairie City High School in just a couple minutes.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
Helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. As we have the Reynolds back on the rubber. This game being brought to you by Tri-County Seeds, your local Golden Harvest seed advisor, located in Scioto, Illinois. Rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service for over 10 years. Contact Nate Todd at 309-333-3437 for all of your Golden Harvest corn, soybean, and seed treatment needs. John Reynolds came in at the end of the 5th inning for the Sparklones, got him out of the inning. He's back on the mound here again for the Sparklones in the top of the 6th. And his first pitch is hit to third. Kramer's there. He throws to first, and it's going to be too late. An infield single for the number 4 hitter, Leo Mahoney. Now coming to the plate, the number 5 hitter is Tyler Finicum. 1 on, nobody out here, top of the 6th inning for the Titans. Strike 1. Very good game through 4, and it kind of fell apart a little bit in the 5th for the Sparklones as a ball inside, 1-1. 5 runs in the top of the 5th inning opened it up for Monmouth-Roseville. Sparklones still trying to battle back. John Reynolds is the pitcher for the Sparklones now. Swing and a miss by Finicum. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Runner on first is Mahoney. The pitcher, Steele, is on deck for the Titans. He's pitched all 5 complete innings thus far for Monmouth-Roseville. And a great hit and run right there as Huffman went to cover, and Finicum hit it right through the hole he left as Mahoney was going on the pitch. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Steele coming to the plate now. He has walked and scored in his last at bat, but he's 0 for 2 on the day. The ball is high, ball 1. He popped out to the catcher in his first at bat, grounded to third for an out. In his second at bat, he has been pretty darn good on the mound, though. That pitch is a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning for the Titans. Steele, who has been solid for Monmouth-Roseville on the mound, trying to help himself out at the plate. He's going to pop that one up and out of play. Makes it 1-2. He has battled in each of his at-bats. Reynolds battling as well in a rubber. That one he puts in play. To the left field. It might be foul. No, it's fair. Over the left fielder's head. 1 run will score. And they'll stop at second and third. A double for Jake Steele. 1 run scores. A double for the pitcher, Jake Steele. And that'll put runners on second and third for the number 7 hitter, Bryson Hall. He has struck out looking, popped to second, and walked in the game. That ball's outside, ball 1. Once again, 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. It's 10-4. 1 run has crossed the plate so far here in inning number 6 for the Titans. That's a strike on the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Hall's going to have to protect here. Facing a 1-2 count. Even the Monmouth-Roseville crowd saying, you better protect that one. That would look on the inside corner, but it was a ball. 2-2 is the count. Protects that one, pops it out of play. Count remains 2-2. Once again, Reynolds is the pitcher. He replaced Huffman with 2/3 of an inning in the last inning. Nobody out. Runners in scoring position here. And a swing and a miss by Hall as Reynolds gets the strikeout. That's out number 1. Tanner Rico at the plate. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. He scored twice. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I got a timeout to tie a shoe at third base. It looked like I was wondering what the timeout was for, looking around trying to find it. Finally found it right as he's getting done. So 0-1's a count on Rico. That's a ball inside. Evens the count at 1-1. Once again, he is 3 for 3 with a single, 2 singles, a double, 2 runs scored. And I believe he drove in at least 1 run. Another ball, 2-1. Haven't been very good at keeping RBIs. I apologize. Puts that one foul to the screen off to the right side that time. 2-2. 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. 3 for 3 on the day is the number 8 hitter, Tanner Rico, at the plate. He's had a 2-2 count, top of the 6th inning. 10-4 is the score. Puts that one in play, kind of a half swing. It's up in the air, deep left field. It's going to be foul, I think. It is foul, just barely foul down the left field line. Tanner Rico was almost halfway to second base by the time that hit in foul territory. It was a long, deep foul ball down the left field line. He's got to come all the way back to the plate. Finally there, he's got his bat ready to go again here. 2-2 remains the count. Reynolds delivers. A swing and a miss. 2 straight strikeouts. Two outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Lucas McVeigh at the plate. He's singled twice, struck out once. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Got forced out at second base once. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Reynolds gave up a run here in the inning. Had 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Trying to get out of this inning. He's got 2 straight strikeouts. He's up 0-1 on this batter. That's strike 2. So John Reynolds trying to keep his team in it here. They'll trail, if he can get a strikeout here or an out of one nature or another, they'll trail by 6 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. That's a foul ball off the end of the bat. Remains 0-2. It is a chilly day. The sun's out. It looks beautiful, but the wind makes it a wind chill almost today. Whew. The cold one. There's a swing and a miss, and John Reynolds comes back and strikes out the side after giving up a run. He gave up 2 singles and a double. 1 run scores, but he gets 3 strikeouts to end the inning. Stops the bleeding, and after 5.5, it's 10-4. Monmouth-Roseville over BWP. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. New pitcher on the rubber for the Titans is Bryson Hall. He came from second base. The pitcher, Jake Steele, will go to second base. This game being brought to you by the Community News Brief. Community News Brief is a free publication distributed over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and even more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, they have changed that. Friday is now a newspaper. And you can get a subscription to that by emailing them at communitybrief@gmail.com. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email, as I said before, communitybrief@gmail.com. And top of the order, going to lead things off for the Sparklones. Bottom of the 6th. Ball 1. Bryson Hall, the pitcher. Sparklone's facing a new pitcher for the first time today in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kramer gets a hold of one to right field. It's deep, but the right fielder is there and makes the catch. You could hear the two sides kind of bantering back and forth. The Sparklone's dugout made a lot of noise when Kramer hit it hard, and then the Titans dugout made a lot of noise when the right fielder caught it. Huffman back at the plate. He puts that one into play. It's going to drop into left field for a single. And he'll hold it first. Runner on first. One out here as Reynolds comes to the plate. He is the pitcher now. He hit into a 5 unassisted 3 double play. He hit the third base. Third baseman touched third, threw to first to get the double play. He's got a runner on first now with 1 out. And Huffman is going. It's popped into foul territory. Out of play. Strike 1. 0-1's the count. Didn't clear the. I'm sorry. 0-1 is the count. And looks back. Huffman walks back to the bag, quite literally. Huffman's going. That's not a really good throw. It's going to go to right field, and Huffman gets up, going to advance to third as well. That's the throw from the catcher. Not a good one. That's the only thing that I've seen that catcher have a hard time with is getting the ball to second base. But, man, he can block almost anything. Still Reynolds at the plate. Pops it to second base. It's caught there for out number 2. Grant Rauch coming to the plate now. He walked in his first at bat, grounded to third in the second inning, and he struck out to end the fourth inning. Can't keep track. Pops that one up. That's going to be to the catcher. If he can get back to it, he will. One pitch there, and that's out number 3. And at the end of 6 complete, they strand a runner on third base. Due to the Sparklones, they trail by 6, 10-4. We'll be back for the 7th and final inning right after this word from MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room, prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School as we are in the 7th inning now. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital's athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartans, Cyclones, and Sparklone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. So the 7th inning, and we're going to lead things off here for the Titans with the top of the order. The wind will let me get everything set up here. It will be Tyler Jones. He is 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, 1 run scored. He popped to first and he flew to center field. He singled in his last at bat. Puts that one into play to third base. Kramer tries to barehand it. That's the only thing he had time for. Had to give it a whirl. He wasn't going to get Jones, who's pretty quick getting down the line. That's probably a hit. I haven't kept track of hits very good on the scoreboard, but I'll give him a hit on my score sheet, a single. I'll put a runner on first with nobody out, top of the 7th inning. And Zach Amagauer is the hitter. He gets a strike there. 0-1's the count. Nobody out, 1 on here for the Titans in the top of the 7th. That ball comes in as a strike right about the Titans logo. Catcher has to be probably a little more quiet at the plate than everybody else because he's got to get his pitcher some strikes as well. So, and he puts that one back to the screen. Strike 2. 1-2. 0-2 is the count. It was already 0-2, I guess. Puts that one in foul, out of play again. Count remains 0-2. 10-4 is the score. One runner on here in the top of the 7th for the Titans. That is the leadoff hitter, Tyler Jones, who just had an infield single. He's going to go. Foul. Ball's hit down the right field line and just a few inches foul. He had a huge jump. He might have scored on that play, in all honesty. That was – and you guys didn't see it, but Crucero, who was in the batter's box or in the on-deck circle, was over trying to flip the bat around and then there got himself in the forehead with the bat. Had to dive out of the way while he was catching it. So back to the plate is Amagauer. I wish I knew how to say that. I should have went out and asked somebody how to say his last name correctly. He's done a great job behind the plate. He's fouled off another one. Reynolds still on the mound for the Sparklones. Runner on first. That's a ball. 1-2. It's the 5th pitch, which counts 1-2. Might even be the 6th pitch. Puts that one into the screen as well. Keeps fouling him off, waiting for one he likes. Getting real great swings at a lot of these foul balls. Most of them are just getting the bat out there and getting the bat on the ball and hoping he can continue or get it in play. Going to try and go again. Pops that one up. That's down in front of the left fielder. And it'll advance the runner to second base as well. It's a single. Runners on first and second with nobody out now. Ty Corsero at the plate now for the Titans. He is 0 for 2. Walked, hit by a pitch. Scored once. Got tagged out at first base to end the last inning. Or to end the inning number 5, excuse me. In his second at bat of that inning. Popped up into the infield. Looks like shortstop. Huffman coming in, and he does get it. For out number 1. Now coming to the plate, Leo Mahoney. He is 1 for 2, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. He singled in his last at bat. He has 1 strikeout. Puts that one in play. It's going to be popped up to the third baseman, Kramer. That'll be out number 2. Two down, 2 on. Bottom or top of the 7th inning here. 10-4. Titans with the lead, trying to add another run or 2. It's Tyler Finicum at the plate. Runner going. Ball is thrown into left field. And there's going to be a net play at third. And Jones scores. Runner advances to third base. 2-0's the count. Grounded to short. Huffman's going to try and throw him out. He gets him at first for a 6-3 putout, but 1 run scores. The end of 6.5. It's 11-4 Titans. BWP coming up in their final at bat. We'll be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School as we went out to clean out the post hole for the first base bag now, and when Coach Martin pulled it up, the post came off. So there is no post there, so they have to get a new first base out there. Broke the post off the bottom of the bag. You don't see that happen very often. Bryson Hall back on the mound for the Titans. Still working on the bag over there, not sure. They're working on the where the post goes in. It sits down in there nice and tight, and the broken bag comes back. That's I don't know that I've ever seen that happen before. You'll see Coach Arnold walking through here in a second with the bag. Andrew Cameron is a 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out swinging his last at bat. And we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Swing and a foul ball, strike 1. 11-4 in a game that was 4-4 heading into the 5th inning. Cameron puts that one in play to third. Throw in time, and he's out. A 5-3 putout for Andrew Cameron. Is out number 1. Hudson Garbett walked in his last at bat. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout here in the ball game. Puts that one into play. It goes over the third baseman's head. It's a single. Garbett's going to be in with a single here. One out, one on for Drew Powell. He was hit by a pitch and struck out looking twice. Ball's way high and outside. 1-0's the count. Strike one. Pitch on the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Cameron is on first base, but that run really makes little difference at this point. I wouldn't imagine they'll worry too much about him over there. They'll just work on getting the batters out or trying to turn a double play if possible. They are holding him on, though. There's a foul ball. Strike two, 1-2's the count. Drew Powell at the plate. 1-2. He tries to extend the game for the Sparklones. The pitch, swing and a miss. A strikeout for out number 2. Ezra Mason coming to the plate now. He doubled in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3 on the day. That's a curveball that drops in for a strike. 0-1's a count. Or a changeup. I'm not real sure. It didn't have much curve to it, but it lobbed in like a curveball. Might have been a circle change, possibly. Puts that one in play. First baseman's over to grab it, but nobody's there to cover. He can't beat Mason to the bag. Pitcher couldn't get there. Mason outran him to the bag, and it'll be a single for Mason, who ends up going 2 for 4 thus far on the day. Runners on first and second for Keith Hoyle now. Hoyle is 0 for 2. He reached on the air and scored in the first inning, walked and scored in the second inning. He grounded to third and got out unassisted in his last at bat. Grounded to first, unassisted. His last at bat. That pitch is high. 2-0's the count. Bryson Hall on the mound. Trying to get the balls in the dirt, and then tried to throw it down to first to get Mason, who was way off. Garbett is going to score. Mason's going to slide in. Head first, safe at third, and run scores for BWP. With 2 outs. Going to change pitchers here. What are we going to do? Talk on the mound. 2 outs. It's 11-5. Sure what that communication was about. Maybe just settling down and getting the batter out here might be the thing to do. Walks Hoyle. Runners on the corners now. Nate Kramer flew out to right field on a deep fly ball in his last at bat. Swing and a miss. Strike one. High and outside. Ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. Sparklones need 6 more here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They do have 2 on. Runners on the corners. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Kramer looks like he's swinging for a fence almost. Pulling his head a little bit. Make some contact here. That run really doesn't matter. You just need base runners at this point. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Hoyle's got to go. And that'll be out number 3 on the K. That's the end of the ball game. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH for the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Post-game show being brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Well, it's a final. 11-5 is the final. Titans come on hard late in this one to get the win over BWP. Huffman had a good outing early. They kind of got to him in the 5th, and that's when the wheels kind of fell off for BWP there. They weren't able to get anything going against Steele in that 5th inning, and then Bryson Hall came in and shut them down in the 6th and the 7th. And the Sparklones drop this JV contest to the Titans 11-5. Taking a look at things here, Dalton Huffman was 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk, scored a run. John Reynolds walked and scored a run. He was 0 for 3 on the day, though. Hudson Garbett was 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Ezra Mason finished 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Keith Hoyle was 0 for 2. 2 walks. He reached on an error and scored 2 runs for the Sparklones. Of course, these are all unofficial stats. For the Titans, Tyler Jones was 2 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored. He had 2 singles. Kind of look through here real quick, folks, and see who had good games for them. Tanner Rico was 3 for 4, 2 runs scored with a sac fly as well. So he had a good game. And then the number 8 hitter, Tanner Rico. I'm sorry, that was Tyler Finicum who who was 3 for 4 with 3 singles, 2 runs scored, and a sacrifice fly. Tanner Rico was 3 for 4 as well. He had a single, 2 singles and a double, and 2 runs scored. The kid behind the plate, Zach Almaguer. Sorry, folks, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but tell you what, he was the one that kept him in the game early on. He was blocking all kinds of balls from Steele and kept him in front of him, didn't let some runs score when BWP had some players in scoring position, kept a few runs on the base, left them on for the Sparklones, and that ended up being a huge deal late in the game when they come on and took the 11-5 win. So for Miles Hewlett upstairs, I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You've been watching the post-game show brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game night, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. We'll be tomorrow night. Haven't said much about this, but we will be broadcasting live the BPC high school and junior high band concerts. They closed that to the public, so we will be broadcasting that live for all the folks at home. We'll get that link out early in the day so you guys can get that shared and get to watch that. Please subscribe. I know there's not a lot of people watching right now, but please subscribe to our Hewlett Public Pro LLC YouTube channel if you have not done so yet. We're going to have Dallas City grade school graduation on the 20th. We're going to have BPC high school graduation on the 23rd. The next Friday, which would be the 28th, we'll have West Prairie's 8th grade graduation, and on the 29th, we'll have West Prairie's high school graduation. So we're going to have all kinds of events outside of just sports, and, of course, we've got a lot of sports coming up as well. Senior night for baseball is Thursday night here on the 13th, and then just tons of great stuff coming up here in the next couple weeks as we get through the spring sports season here on TSSR Game Time Live. So thanks for joining us today. Again, a final here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. The Titans of Monmouth-Roseville pick up an 11-5 win in JV action over the Bushnell West Prairie Sparklones. We'll see you tomorrow night here on TSSR Game Time Live as we bring you the Bushnell Prairie City Junior High and High School Band Concert. Thanks for watching. We greatly appreciate all the support, and we'll see you again here very soon.